So the next topic I want to talk about is basic multiplication and division involving integers, and specifically multiplication and division involving integers, where at least one of them is negative. Okay, so this is typically done in a two-step process, where the first step, step one, is we want to multiply or divide the two numbers normally, but we're going to ignore the signs, okay? So in this first example here, 36 divided by negative 4, we would just go ahead and divide 36 divided by 4, and then deal with the signs later. Okay, so step two would be if only one of the numbers is negative, we're going to just make the answer negative. And if both of the numbers are negative, we're going to make the answer positive. And if both of the numbers are positive, then the answer is always going to be positive. But we actually have a slightly more general rule, because sometimes we're going to have situations where we want to multiply or divide more than two integers. And in those situations, we have a rule that we follow that goes basically like this. If we have the number of negative numbers being odd, if the number of negative numbers is odd, then the answer is going to be negative. So here we have, this follows that rule. If one of the numbers is negative, then it's a negative answer. One is an odd number. So this follows that rule. If the number of negative numbers is even, then the answer is positive, okay? So if you ever see a situation where you have more than two that we're multiplying or dividing, you're going to follow the basic odd even rule, okay? All right, and you can remember that by saying if one, just by recognizing the pattern just with 1 and 2, right? So since 1 is odd, the answer is going to be negative, and if two of them are negative, meaning 2 being an even number, then it's going to be positive. Okay. So let's go ahead and do a few of these examples here. We have 36 divided by negative 4. So the first thing we do, like I said before, is we want to just go ahead and divide them like normal. And hopefully remember from our multiplication table or our division in the past, we should know that 36 divided by 4 is going to give us 9. 36 divided by 4 is 9. Okay, so we did that by ignoring the signs, but now let's take a look at the signs. So here we have positive 36 and negative 4. So one of the numbers is negative and the other is positive. So that means that we're going to make the answer negative. Okay. Now let's look at negative 7 times 9. So if we have negative 7 times 9, first thing we're going to do is we are going to multiply 7 times 9 by ignoring the signs. Okay, so if we ignore the signs, 7 times 9 is going to give us 63. Okay, and the next thing we do is we look at the signs. Well, there's one negative number and one positive number. So again, this answer is going to be negative. Okay, so now let's look at negative 3 times negative 9. So first, we multiply them first, ignoring the signs. So if we have 3 times 9, that's going to give us 27. Okay, but since we have two negative numbers here, negative 3 and negative 9, we're going to have a positive answer. So we could actually just leave this alone, and we're going to say we have positive 27. Okay, now we have negative 12 divided by negative 2. Okay, well, if we divide first, ignoring the signs, we'll get 6. But we see that we have a negative and a negative. We have negative 12 and negative 2. That means we're going to have a positive answer. So the final answer is going to be 6.